Dear students, today we are going to study substitution method of solving a pair of system of linear equation in two variables. Let us first know the meaning of substitution. Substitution means replacement or replacing one thing with another. We have so many examples in our daily life where we substitute things. For example, in a football match, if a player gets injured, then the coach asks the other player to go in place of him and play. So that is substitution. Similarly, from our health point of view, doctor advises us to substitute refined oil with mustard oil. So that is also substitution. So in mathematics, the substitution method that we are going to study in pair of system of linear equation. What is substitution going to do? Where you can see there are two variables x and y. So we are going to replace, we are going to write, or we are going to replace one variable with the other variable. That means we have to choose one of the equation to find the value of one variable in terms of the other. As you can see here, there are two equations, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now when we have taken the value of the variable in terms of the other, we have to substitute the value of this variable in the other equation. It will be clear from one example. Let us take one example. We have these set of equations, that is 3x minus 5y equals to minus 1 is our first equation, and x minus y equals to minus 1. Now we are using substitution method to solve this. First we have to decide which one is the simple equation among these two. So we can see that coefficient of x in the first equation is 3 and coefficient of y is minus 5 in the first equation. But in second equation we can see that the coefficient of x is 1 and similarly coefficient of y is also minus 1. So it is better, the equation second is simple and as compared to equation 1, and because the coefficients are 1 here, so we choose this equation. Generally when we have a choice, we should look into the equation in this way, and so we choose this equation x minus y equals to minus 1. And what do we do then we are writing x in terms of y is transposed to the other right hand side, minus y becomes minus y, it becomes plus y, and minus 1, so x equals to y minus 1. So we have taken this value of variable x in terms of the variable y. Now what will be the role of this value? This value we will use in the first equation, and then this value we are going to use in the first equation wherever x is there, and then we are going to use. Let us see how. Now this becomes 3x minus 5y equals to minus 1 is our first equation, and then the value which we have taken over here was x equals to y minus 1. So in place of x we are going to write y minus 1. So 3x means 3 into y minus 1 minus 5y equals to minus 1. Now you can see that this becomes an equation in one variable y. So now simplifying this, we get 3y minus 3 minus 5y equals to minus 1, and then collecting the like term. You should also show the working over here, and this way mistakes are very less. So you should show working over here. Now as I've collected the like terms, so minus 2y minus 3 equals to minus 1. Now to further simplify, we take minus 3 to the right side, and minus 3 becomes positive, so 3 minus 1. Now minus 2y equals to 2, that means y equals to minus 1. Now one variable value we have got, that is y equals to minus 1. For the second value, we again go back to the second equation because it is a simpler one among the two. So x minus y equals to minus 1. Now in place of y, we will write minus 1. So what will happen then? Then it will be x minus into minus 1 of equals to minus 1. Then it gets reduced to the equation in x. So x plus 1 equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 2. As you have seen that by doing in this method, we get value of the both variables. So x equals to minus 2 and y equals to minus 1 is the solution of the given system of equations. So you can follow the same steps to solve the equations by using the substitution method.